Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katerina and today I finally bring you my makeup inventory updates. So before we get into it, I'm not looking my best, I don't feel like, but I was not feeling like doing a full face of makeup because it's my day off. So yeah, and if you guys don't know, I need to wear makeup for my job all the time. So on my days off, I try to take a little bit of a break. Also, my hair is up again because I think it's because of the humidity. My frizz has been crazy, so I just push everything back so it's not quite as noticeable. And lastly, you all are seeing me with this shirt for like the third time in a row. It's not on purpose. It has just been the t-shirt that I have laying around to fold, and yeah, I just grabbed it to film. So yeah, let's get into the actual inventory video. This was filmed overhead again, because you guys asked for it over on Instagram when I asked if you would prefer an overhead video or just me talking with pictures on the side. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this way next time. It will really depend on how large my inventory will be because it was a ton of work and my back started hurting. So yeah, you guys will see this inventory is not my greatest improvement because there is no improvement. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Nonetheless, I'll be back to talk about my overall numbers, my total, and to share some of my thoughts. Yeah, let's get into the actual inventory. Alright, so let's start at the beginning. And I didn't have any primers last time, but now I'm considering these products from Herborian Primers. So I have 7 of them. I haven't tried them yet, they were given to me, but yeah, they will be worked as primers. Hey guys, so foundation I used to have 6, I now have 7. I have a few new ones. This one and this ones were given to me by my mom, and this one is a mixture of these two that I'm trying to use up at the moment. So yeah, I finished up the other ones, so that's not quite as bad considering I only have an increase of 1 and I have one that's a mixture. Then concealer, I used to have 3, which were 2 of these and this one. Now I added this one. These ones, I don't think neither of them are the ones that I used to have. I actually know that they are not the ones that I used to have, so they are replacements. I always like to keep one on the backup drawer, just so I make sure I'm never out of my concealer. Moving on to powders, I used to have 3 of these ones and 1 of this one. I now only have 1 of this one because this one is fairly new and Black Friday is approaching. This one is still the same and this one was added a little while ago. Setting spray, I still have the same one and I don't think it's going anywhere until next inventory, unfortunately. But yeah, no increases here. For bronzer, I used to have 1, I still only have 1. Although it's not the same one, I used to have another Franken and I finished that up and I refrankened another bronzer. Moving on to blushes, I tried to open them so it would be easier for you guys to see, but they are kind of falling apart. I used to have 6, I now have 7, but that's because I frankened this one, which used to be an eyeshadow. So yeah, not too big of an increase, and we can actually see some progress on my blushes, which is nice. For highlighters, we actually have some progress. I used to have 4, I now only have 3. And you guys can see that I'm actually using this one. And yeah, I don't see this category going up anytime soon, since I'm really just focusing on using them up. Next up we have eyebrows, and on this category I only had 2 products last time, which was this one, and an eyebrow pen that has been recategorized as an eyeliner. I now also have this one from Andrea, which is a pomade, and a brow pencil from Primark. Next up we have a shadow primer, and you guys can see still the same two, still going strong, and yeah, and you guys also can see a ton of spoilers around them, but that's fine. Moving on to eyeliners, I only used to have these three from Primark. I now also count my Catrice brow pen as an eyeliner since I'm using it as so. This VH Cosmetics brow pen also moved on to the eyeliner category. I was gifted this one from L'Oreal, and my mom decluttered this one to me, which is supposed to be an eyebrow duo pencil, but I'm using it as an eyeliner, so it's in this category. The upside is that this one is almost done, so yeah. So hopefully next time I won't have 7 eyeliners anymore. Since I only used to have 3, it was a little bit too much. But yeah, 2 of them were gifts, and these 2 were not purchased in hopes of being eyeliners. So yeah, that is what it is. For mascara, I only had one. I still only have one. This is the same kind of mascara, but a new product since I finished up my other one. Now moving on to eyeshadows, here is an overview that I won't be able to keep up for too long because I'm having my hands above my head so I can film. So I'm just going to go down and show you everything that I had since last time. And those were this eyeshadow single from Catrice, which is kind of it's a duochrome. I've added this Andrea palette, which was given to me by my workplace. This Fenty Beauty that I bought. I've also added the maple syrup pancakes from Too Faced, the Wild Jangle from Max & More, and lastly, the Field of Flowers from Max & More. I'm going the other way around so you guys can see the palettes. These ones will be the hardest to open. They are nice palettes. I'm not complaining of having had them, but this is not true to color at all. That's better. But yeah, so yeah, I've had quite a few additions. Just another overview of everything that I own, and I used to have 269 eyeshadows across all of these palettes. I now have 324 eyeshadows, which is way more than I wish to have. But yeah, if you want to see every other eyeshadow palette, I've shared that in my last inventory. I'm just not going to do it so this one doesn't get too long, as that other one was already super long. So yeah. Lastly, we have to talk about my lip products, and for lip liners, I thankfully stayed at 2. I already had these ones, so there is no new products. Unfortunately, there are no products being used up either. Then we have my actual lipsticks, and lipsticks I had 7, I now have 8, so that's not too bad. I used up 1, and I got gifted this one and this one actually. I'm also in the process of using up these 2, so hopefully next time we'll have a couple less lipsticks, assuming I won't be buying any, which is kind of unlikely. Yeah. Next we have lip glosses, and for lip glosses I used to have 2, which were this Essence one and this NYX one. I was gifted this one and I got these 2. So we are now at 5. And lastly, we have my lip oils, which is just 1, the same one that I had last time. So that's nice. And you guys can see that I've actually used quite a little bit of it. So yeah, as you guys could see, My inventory is a little bit bigger. I used to have 314 products overall, and I now have 387 products, which is an increase of almost 70 products, which is not good at all. I'm just looking in my notebook. I went down in my powder section, highlighter, and that's all. I went down in 2 categories and I increased the numbers of foundation, concealer, blush, eyebrows, eyeshadow, eyeliner, lipstick, lip gloss, and primer, because I didn't have any and I now have 7. So I went down in 2 categories and I went up in 9. Not ideal, not what I wanted to do, even though I know this is my fault. Like, I have some declutters, but the bulk of it was me purchasing new stuff, and it's not like I'm not upset with myself because I bought. I'm just frustrated that I didn't use up more than I bought, and that it was such a big increase. So yeah, I'm going to think about my choices and put some measures in place so I can turn this around for next update, which should be in, like, I'm thinking around March maybe. I'm trying to reduce a little bit the amount of months between inventories, since we went, I think, 8 months since our last inventory. So I'm just trying to get back on track. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was super excited to share my inventory right until the point where I started counting my items. As I said, I didn't expect such a big increase, and I started to get not anxiety, but like, I got anxious because it was too much stuff. My bed, I feel on my bed. My bed was full of items and I didn't really know how to position the products so I could film. My back started hurting, and that's why I didn't share like each product name or number or shade. I couldn't do it. It was just being too much. So I'm sorry if you guys expected that from this inventory, since I did share last time, but I couldn't do it this time. So yeah, I hope you guys understand, because I legit wanted to give up like 2-3 times in the middle of this. And I'm filming my beauty inventory right away. I'm also filming my Pendos eyeshadows today. Pendos palettes, I'm sorry. So yeah, one little thing is that I forgot to put one of my lipsticks in my bed. So I showed you 8, I actually have 9. One of them being a repeat, which is my Essence Cool Collagen 203, I think. But yeah, I corrected myself in the numbers, and my numbers account for that lipstick, just so y'all know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I hope to do a more in-depth video next time, and hopefully I'll have less products to show. I'm setting a plan into place so we don't have this big of an inventory next time, because my goal is definitely not to reach 400 products. That would be way too much. So yeah, I'm going to go now, rethink my life choices. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a like if you did. Leave me a comment if you feel like it, and subscribe if you haven't already, since my channel is all about project planning and using up your stash, which, as you guys can see, I have a ton to use up. and I know it's not a 10 for many people, but for me it is. So this is obviously very subjective. To me, that's way too much for the way I use it. I use makeup, and for how fast I use makeup. So yeah, once again, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope your inventories are going better than mine. And I'll see you next time with my beauty inventory. So yeah, bye.